Hey, what's going on? How in the world are you doing? I'm going to try to pull this up on my phone real quick here. There we go. For some reason, it doesn't matter. Something's not showing up on my screen, but that's okay. It's working just fine. So, hey, I wanted to pop in for a minute and talk about, I'm working on this video. I'm editing this video. And hey, Richie Bello, how you doing, bro? I'm working on this video. I've been editing and going back and forth and coming up with new iterations and and it's been, hey, Sandy, how are you? And I have today I was working on it. Yesterday I was working on it. Danielle Rowe just shared my post. Thank you, Danielle. Of course you did. You rock. And here is what I do when I get stuck, because I literally I just got stuck. What's going on? Almost 1 million. 1 million what? What's up, Sean Bauer? Tavis, what's up? Glenn, what's going on? Robert Starks, how you guys doing? So Samuel J. Sneed is in the house, y'all. So, I got stuck. I got into this place where it's like I can't figure this out. I just got stuck. Oh, 1 million in sales. Good for you, Sandy. Miss Saks Fifth Avenue. What's up? That's awesome. Congratulations. So what did I do? I went, first off, I'm still working out every single day. I feel like $1 million. I mean, I feel incredible, but I'm working out every day. I'm still drinking all the water. I'm doing all the stuff that I did in 75 hard, most of it. But like, when you get into that creative place, like if you're a creative, if you're ever doing something that's really creative and you get stuck, what do you do to get unstuck? Here's an idea. Go for a walk. Go outside. Take 10 or 15, 20 minutes. What's up, Frank Crenity? How you doing, bro? Take a little bit of time. I just hung up with you, Frank. You're stalking me, bro. Just kidding. Frank's my boy. We talk every day. Every day. That's my boy right there. So go out and get out of the environment that you're in and just go for a walk, man, and clear your head. Work on something else. And that's what I decided all of a sudden, I'm like, okay, I need to just for a minute step away from this for a few hours a day, whatever it is, and work on something else creative. And I don't even know how many people have asked me to hey, are you ever going to do your book in audio format where you're reading the book? And so I've always said, yes, I'm going to, and just, kept putting it off. Well, today I took the leap. I'm 4 chapters into it, and I am going to have my audio book. It'll be available via audio. I'm not sure if I'm putting it on my website or Audible or both. But I am going to have my book on audio, hopefully very, very, very soon. I figured out a couple of the technical things that were preventing me from doing it, and I'm on track to have the audio book done pretty quick. So I am pretty excited about that. So it takes your attention off of what it is that you're stuck on, right? If you're stuck in something as you're creating something, the best way to get unstuck is to freaking do something to get yourself away from that situation. Withdraw yourself. Like Samuel just said, meditate, go silent. Just go silent. Go outside, sit on your front doorstep, sit on your porch, take 5 minutes or 10 or 15 minutes, whatever it's going to take. but you've got to get away from and out of the situation. You got to get away from that and clear your head. You got to get your attention off of that. Put your attention on something else. Like I said, a lot of times I'll just go for a walk, and I try to notice detail things when I'm walking. I'm looking at the leaves, and it's fall here in Ohio, so a lot of the leaves are falling off the trees. It's absolutely beautiful. And what's your deadline to have it done? Wednesday. Wednesday is my deadline. So, when I'm doing something where I get stuck. Oh, you're talking. What do you mean? What's the deadline on which thing, Glenn? But when I'm working on something and I'm stuck like that, and the creative side of it, it's not flowing. That's what I do, man, to get unstuck. I just take my attention off of it. Sometimes it requires my attention be drawn onto something else so I can just continue to create. Again, I get quiet. I go somewhere quiet and clear my head, but like I needed to do that today because I literally just got stuck. I got stuck. And I couldn't find that creative part. And that here's what I do know. Once I remove all of that attention because it was just feeling overwhelmingly negative at that moment, right? And look, everybody goes through stuff like this, okay? Everybody has those moments where they just feel like no matter what it is they're doing, they can't figure out how to do it, right? It's like, have you ever looked for, maybe lost your wallet or lost your car keys or something, and you just can't find them, and you're like, you look and you look and you look and you look and you can't find it, and then all of a sudden you're like, I don't know, I guess we'll take the other car, or I'll grab the other spare set of keys. I give up. I quit. I surrender. I quit. I'm not doing this. I can't find these keys. I've been looking for 6 hours. I can't find them. And then bam, they appear. Like there they are. It's because you're taking your attention. A lot of times they're right there in front of you. But like all you have to do is go clear your head. My wife taught me, because I'm not Catholic, she's Catholic, and so she taught me the prayer of is it the prayer of Saint Anthony? Anthony. I don't know. So I heard somebody else say it one time, Tony, come on down, help me find what can't be found. My wife's like, stop it, that's disrespectful. I'm like, I'm not being disrespectful. It's just a faster way to say it. Anthony is like 3 syllables. Tony's 2. Like, I don't know. So anyway, when you get to that place, hey Roger, how you doing? Now every single Catholic just blocked me. I'm sorry. I'm just saying it's a cool prayer, but I just and I've used it. I've used that prayer actually. Glenn, thank you, man. I really, really, really appreciate that. Thank you for saying that, Glenn. Glenn's such a good guy, man. I really appreciate you saying that. But and left me an amazing review on Amazon. Thank you, dude. You rock. And he sent me a message, a private message saying a lot of really kind things. So I do appreciate that. But anyway, when you get stuck, man, you just, there's a book that I've read 2 different times. It's a phenomenal book. And it's about it's called Power versus Force. And it's about kinesiology, a lot about kinesiology and muscle testing and because everything in life is energy. Everything is energy. Einstein said everything is energy in motion. And, when people think, oh man, if I just force this, if I push harder, I can get it. And there's a weird, this book talks about, that real power comes from surrender. I'm not talking about giving up. I'm not talking about giving up. And thank you, Glenn. I appreciate that, man. Those are very kind words. I'm not talking about giving up. I'm talking about, it's like the looking for your car keys thing. Like if you can't find your car keys, and all of a sudden you just go, you know what? I surrender. And you say, Anthony, come on down, St. Anthony, however it goes, and help me find what can't be found. And you take your focus off of that and you turn it over. It's just like the drinking for me, alcohol. Like I could not. I tried everything, every possible way I could possibly imagine or think of to stop drinking. I could not quit drinking. And I mean, it didn't matter how much money I lost, which was a lot of money. It didn't matter how many relationships, friends, family members, did not matter. It was when I finally just, I said, I surrender. I surrender. I can't do this. If you're real and you're out there, I need your help because I can't do it on my own. I literally surrendered. I quit trying to figure out the problem with the same mind that created it, as Einstein said. Einstein said, you cannot solve a problem with the same mind that created it, right? We have to surrender. When we hit those places where it's like, I don't know, man, I creatively, if it's a creative project you're working on or anything, once you get to a place where you go, I can't figure it out. I cannot figure this out. I don't know what to do. I can't figure it out. Like, that's not admitting that you're weak. That's the thing that almost killed me. It almost killed me. It kept me drunk for many, 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 many years. And I see it. I see people that are like, oh, I'm sober, I got it now. And then they go off the deep end and start drinking or using drugs again or doing whatever. And like, dude, you didn't stay surrendered. You didn't stay surrendered. You got to surrender to that. Every single night for over 17 years, I've thanked God for helping me stay sober today because I live it one day at a time, one day at a time. So, when you're faced with a thing that, man, you're stuck, you got to remove yourself from the situation. Seriously. There's an old saying, when you find yourself at the bottom of a dark, deep hole, stop digging. Stop digging. For real. Stop digging. No surprise, Christ's first words after 40 days of fasting and meditating were, change your thinking. I agree, dude. I agree. And that's the thing. You've got to remove yourself from the environment that has you stuck. If you're stuck with this thing of like for me today, and look, the answer hasn't come to me yet, but I know this from my experience, 51 years. I know after doing 75 hard, this does not look 51 years old. I get that. Appreciate that. But like, I know that it's going to come. The next time I open this project up and I go to work on it, it'll be there. I know it will. 100% know that it will. It's just like anytime that I need to make some more money to do this or do that, or I need to, dude, as soon as I surrender and just accept that I know it's there already, it's not in my bank yet, but I know it'll be there any minute. As soon as I surrender to that, bam, it happens. That's what I'm talking about. That does not take the place of working hard. It's 8:30 at night. I'm still sitting here working. I'm taking a break. This is literally talking to you guys is literally me taking a break. I'm taking a break because I'm like, you know what? I just got to take a break from all this for a minute. So, look, I don't know if you're in the California area, San Diego area, or within a few hours driving or so. I'm going to be in San Diego. What's up, Jay? I'm going to be in San Diego. I fly in on Thursday to San Diego from Columbus, Ohio. I told my wife today, I said, because she can't go. She was going to go originally, but her mother was going to watch Abigail for us, but her mother is in Italy. So Jill has to stay here. So I told her today, I said, I checked the weather. It's going to be miserable in San Diego. And she said, really? I said, it's only going to be like 71 to 73 degrees. And I mean, it is going to be sunny, but it's going to be a miserable kind of sunny, I'm sure. She's like, nice. So, Julie, the book that I was talking about, Power versus Force, it talks about that. Whenever you're trying to force something, think about relationships you've had. Everybody's had their heart broken. Everybody. And so think about that for a minute. Think about, and if you haven't had your heart broken and you're going to say, I've never had my heart broken, you'll lie about other stuff too. And I don't trust you. So, everybody's had their heart broken. And when you know what I'm talking about, like it's that relationship that you're like, it's the perfect relationship. It's going to be forever. Oh my God, I can't believe this. I finally found Mr. Right or Mrs. Right or what. And it's the most beautiful thing ever. And then all of a sudden she thinks that your best friend is more perfect of a relationship or whatever. Right. So you're like, whoa, I did not see that coming. How did that, what? And then all of a sudden you're like, because it's human nature for us to want something more that we think we can't have because all of a sudden we don't feel worthy or, whatever. So we're pushing really, really hard. Like, okay, hold on. I'll do that. I'll change. I'll do this. And you're like really doing everything you can to hang on to this relationship. And it just, no matter what you do, it doesn't work. Has anybody ever been there? Come on, be honest. Drop a 1 if you've ever been there. Just drop a 1 in there. Of course you've been there. We've all been there, right? And listen, dude, not the best friend, right? But when you get to that spot though, where it's like, no matter what you do, you can't make it work. That's when you surrender. And oftentimes what happens is when you surrender and you go, all right, good. I'm good. Like, hey, you can have her, man. Like you just saved me a years of heartache. Thank you. I appreciate that. Or whatever. What's up? What's up, Hans? So like, if you surrender, and then oftentimes what happens is that other person's like, oh, wait a minute. She doesn't want me now, or he doesn't want me. And all of a sudden now the tables have turned and it's like, wait a minute. No, hold it. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. I love you. I'll always love you. And it becomes a psychological thing because once you surrender to something that's ripping your heart out or your mind apart because you can't figure out how to make this one thing work in a creative project you're working on or in your job or in a relationship, man, surrendering to something outside of you, I'll call it God, saying, hey, man, dude, I don't know how to do this. I need your help. I just need your help. I can't do this on my own. Once you surrender to that, once you let go of complete control of all of it. What's up, Jay Bonky? How you doing, bro? Once you surrender, that's where the true power comes in. That's when you can go, okay, now we are getting somewhere. Now I've surrendered. Once you become indifferent, right? About that relationship I was talking about. Like, dude, I have people in my life that just boom, disappeared. No reason. Never gave me a reason, nothing. Just boom, gone. And it's like, at first it's like, well, what's going on? What did I do? What happened? Now it's like, whatever. I don't know. Maybe I never will know. I don't, but you know what? I no longer care. So I try to get from that stressed out moment of, oh my God, what happened, to I don't care, as quickly as I possibly can. Why? Because when I'm focused all my energy on that, oh, poor me, what happened, blah, 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 dude, I'm just giving them all my power. Why do I want to do that? I don't want to give you my power. It's my power. Take your power and do your stuff, man. I'm going to own my power, and I'm just going to surrender and say, hey, man, I guess God's looking out for me. He wanted to get you away from me. Thanks. Thanks, big guy. I appreciate you. That's it. And I just surrender to it. Like, that's it. I'm surrendering. I give it to you. Now, sometimes I have to surrender, I don't know, 100 times a day because the thought creeps back in. Got to take control of the thought, surrender it, let it go, man. Move on. Move on. Look, the more that you try to surrender to things that have you messed up, the better off you're going to be. When you say, man, I just can't figure this out without help from God, higher power, I don't want to offend anybody, whatever you want to call it. And if you're an atheist, well, I don't know what to tell you. I would say, how can you not believe there's something that created this? Like, there's something. I'm not asking you to define it. I'm just saying you got to believe there's something. But anyway, I digress. So look, this whole thing started because I'm like, you know what? I got stuck a little bit earlier, and I'm like, I'm just going to shift my attention off of this onto something else. I went for a walk, quick one, came back. I did my workout this morning, still have another workout to do tonight. But like, I shifted my attention away from it, and I said, I'm going to get back to this when I feel it come back. It'll be back anytime, I'm sure. Probably not tonight, but tomorrow. And as soon as it happens for me all the time. As soon as I just go, I'm frustrated, I can't figure it out, it comes to me after I surrender. I walk away, take my focus and my power back. Because think about that. Think about how much power you give up worrying about stuff that you like. It's just stuff, man. It's just stuff. It's things. It's like, you're still alive. Your heart is beating. You have blood and oxygen flowing through your veins, man. Like, it's all good. It's all good. So you just go, you know what? I surrender. I surrender. I give up. I can't figure it out. I will figure it out. Eventually, the answer will come. Try standing up and yelling loud and do 10 burpees. Dude, I don't know if I could do one burpee. I'm kidding. I definitely could now, but about 90 days ago, I definitely wouldn't have. Anyway, look, I appreciate all of you. Thanks for listening to me just ramble on. Appreciate all of you jumping on here. My buddy Frank is going live at 9:00 in the Sales Hustlers group. That will be a blast. That's my boy right there. So if you're in the Sales Hustlers group, watch out. Frank Crinity is going to be live in about 20 minutes. So anyway, you guys have an awesome, awesome night, and I will see you very, very, very soon. That's right, Hans. Perseverance is key. It's key. Guys, have a great night. Thank you. Love y'all. Have a great night. Later.